I'm Henry from Ace Custom Cars. So today we're off the Camaro build onto my work vehicle. So we're going to replace this Crossmember with a new one. So the first thing you got to do is get the bed off, obviously, and disconnect all the wire harness from the chassis and the bumper. Get that out of the way. Put that to the side. Then what we're going to do is disconnect the shock, slide the bumper out, and then we're going to what I'm going to do is weld a piece of metal from here to there to keep this from moving around. It probably won't because of that, but there's a leaf spring hooked up to it, and I'm afraid that pressure might make it move. So I'll just tack weld a piece of steel on the top, and then we can cut away the crossmember. So stay tuned as we go along and show you the process. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to weld a piece of scrap to the frame, and like I said, we're only going to, like, you know, lightly weld it. We're not going to go crazy on it. I just want to keep the frame from doing this when I cut that out. I think this is the best place to put it, way back here. So we're going to weld this in, and then once I get this welded in and I know nothing's going to twist, then I can cut that out. We're already doing light tacks too. You know, not tacks, but, you know, I should say heavy tacks. That's it. Something that I can cut off and that is strong enough to keep the frame from bumping around. Okay, that's done. Still feels like something's holding it. Oh, it's got like... It's gonna come out all of a sudden. Holy shit. There we go. Get that down out of the way. And then I can start whacking this out of here. It's all rivets, so I think I'm just gonna take the cutter and cut off the rivets and pound them through. So there's rivets here, here, down here, here, and then two of them that go into the leaf spring. Yeah, two of them go into the leaf spring thing. So we got to cut those out. I'm just going to take the grinder with the cutoff wheel. Just got to blow the heads off. And then take my impact chisel and just blow them through. Okay. Let's cut the other one off. Okay, so I think the easiest way to do this now is we got all the rivets out. Let's whack it in half and bring it down in two pieces. I think that might be the easiest way. We're sure gonna find out. I don't know if it's going to squeeze together. Might taste a little. I mean, it's so rotted out. It's crazy. There we go. I've been using this needle tool we picked up at Harbor Freight, believe it or not. Well, we've been using this needle tool to clean up all the rust and stuff, and it does a really good job, believe it or not. It does a really, really good job. I was actually impressed. So stay tuned. I'll bring you back when we get ready to fit the new piece back in. All right, so what we did is we cut out that piece, cut it in half, and got it out of there. And I went out and bought some rust treatment stuff. Normally I use the Loctite, but they didn't have any, so I grabbed this one. Same crap. And we rubbed it. You know, I descaled everything, and we rubbed it in to where this piece is going to be inside. Because once I put it on, I won't be able to protect it. So let that dry, and then I took any kind of paint. I don't care what it is. It's blue, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. And I put like 3 or 4 coats of paint on it just to seal it up. Hopefully it'll help it out. And now we're going to slide in the new frame rail. So let's see how we can get this baby in there. See how much fighting we have to do. Hopefully we don't have to fight. We also did the same thing to the frame rail. Scuffed it down where it's going to sandwich in between the frame. Because once you do that, you're not going to be able to get it. And this is probably crappy metal, you know, like all the metal is. So I figured I'd give it a little bit of a head start, and you know. All right. So what we did is we put a jack and spread them apart a little bit more, and I retacked it just to give me a little bit of clearance here. And now it wants to go in. It's still a little tough because of those freaking, what do you call it? It's still tough as hell. I don't know if I'm gonna get it by them. I'm not done. Okay. Okay, that one's there. This one's gotta go just a hair more. A little more. That looks like it. All our holes line up. Yeah, all our holes line up. Perfect. So that's where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna have to drill all of these holes. Oh shit. So that's another thing, you know, you buy aftermarket and the bolts are too small. The holes in the frame are too small for the bolts. So we have to drill them out. So stay tuned again. Stay tuned. Yeah, it hasn't been easy. It really hasn't been easy. It's not that bad. It just hasn't been easy. So got to make sure everything's nice and flush and everything. So we're gonna re-drill. We're gonna drill all of these holes just a hair bigger. Looks like they got to go to half inch, almost half inch. Yeah, half inch. And we'll get this sucker bolted in. Got a new Crossmember. It's pretty good. It's not too bad. Yeah, it is a China part, but we're gonna weld this sucker in. Only because I did all of this work here for nothing, because it's rotted out under the tank. That's where they all rot out, right under here. So we're gonna weld this sucker in. Right now I'm gonna take the plasma and we're gonna whack out all of this. We're gonna whack this all out to see how we're gonna get that sucker in, because they want you to cut big old holes in it, and I'm not about cutting big holes, but we'll see how it works. I gotta take off this. I'm probably gonna get hurt here, so prepare yourself. There it goes. There we go. The only thing it doesn't come with is the muffler hanger. So we'll section that out later and weld it in after. We are gonna put new tank straps on. We'll get it out. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna whack this off right now and see how I can start fitting it up and getting it in. So I am gonna be over here because I don't feel like getting burned. Okay, so alright guys, so this is what we did. Took the plasma cutter, nice perfect holes. Now what I did to the inside is I did the same thing that I did to, what I did to the inside is I did the same thing I did to that rear cross member right there. So what we did is we neutralized the rust. I grinded it, neutralized the rust, sprayed some paint over it. Now I'll grind only where I got a weld. That way when I burn it in, it'll burn in nicely. So we got the cross member all true to the chassis and everything. All we gotta do is burn it in. So I'm gonna tack it. Show you a couple of tacks because I don't want to burn out my camera. I'm gonna burn it in. So I'm gonna put a couple of tacks on it so it won't move, and then we'll go from there. Here we go. Spray your nozzle, your tip. I like the spray. It's better than the dip. Just a couple of tacks. Alright, so we got it all burned in. Here's what we came up with. We used the plates. Okay. So we used the plates that it came with. I just modified a little bit. I drilled plug holes in it. So it's not the prettiest thing in the world. But it works. So that's how you do a cross member. It's not easy, not fun, pretty damn dirty. The hardest part is the gas tank. Gotta drop the gas tank. I kind of cheated a little bit, only because I got fire blankets. So, and I'm diesel. So it takes a little bit more to explode. But yes, it is kind of crazy. Don't do it at home. So this is Henry. He's custom cars, working on a work truck. So peace out.